Hey, what's going on, K-Town team? This is Charles Ross, and I am so pumped that it's still summertime. Yeah, you know why? Because we are still in our Where in the World series, and I love the title of this message. It's called Get Agrippa. Get it? Like, get a grip? Like, come on, you guys, get a grip. That was a funny joke. No, okay, so seriously, this message is all about how the Apostle Paul goes, gets arrested, gets bound up, man, he gets thrown in jail, and then he gets the opportunity to preach the message of Jesus all the way up to the king, King Agrippa. The message starts out where the Apostle Paul is approached by a prophet who gives him this terrible news that he's going to be bound and arrested by the Jews. Paul's friends around him are so concerned, they start crying and weeping and begging him not to go. Paul says, you know what, I've got to go. I have to tell the story of Jesus. Why? Because the story of Jesus changes us. The story of Jesus is bigger and better than anything else out there, than any other story, because it can change our lives. You guys, large group is going to be so much fun illustrating this message because we're going to explore this whole idea of whether bigger truly is better. And the fact is, there is something bigger and better than any story that we have, and that's the story of Jesus. And so our extreme survivalist host is going to invite a couple of small group leaders up to kind of supersize their muscles. They're going to give them a muscle makeover. Yeah. It's going to be awesome, you guys. We're going to use balloons and big shirts, and it's going to be crazy. So please, small group leaders, just check in with your host because we're going to need you to pull off this fun large group activity. You guys, the fun's going to continue in our small groups. Activity number 1 is called Cue Cards. This is going to be a musical chairs type of activity where you're going to take some paper plates and some cue cards that will have each part of our memory verse. You're going to first place the plates on the ground in a random pattern. Then you're going to read each verse one by one, and then you're going to place the verses on the plates in a random order. You're going to then lead the kids as you play some music around the plates. When the music stops, the kids will have to drop right near where one of those plates is. Then you're going to reread the verses one by one, and as you read them in order, we're going to encourage the kids that have that particular verse that you're reading to pop up, and then the game will keep going. So it's a great way to learn the memory verse. It's going to be fun. Our memory verse comes from Ephesians, the 2nd chapter, verse 8. God's grace has saved you because of your faith in Christ. Your salvation doesn't come from anything you do. It is God's gift. Activity 2 is called The Biggest Story. This is going to be another fun activity where you're going to have activity pages that illustrate in picture form the story of the Apostle Paul going to King Agrippa. We're going to ask you to ask open-ended questions of the kids as they look at the different pictures so that they can retell what part of the story that picture is from. This will give us a great opportunity to help the kids really understand the message. If you've got time in activity 2, feel free to have the kids color in the pictures and just enjoy them more. It'll really help build their engagement. All right, activity number 3 is going to be really fun. It's called Tell Others the Domino Effect. And you guys know how dominoes work when you stack them up and you tip one and the others just end up falling in the whole domino effect. Well, we're going to take blank stickers and have the kids draw faces on the stickers. These faces are going to represent people. The whole idea is the first domino is a person that tells someone else about the story of Jesus. Why? Because the story of Jesus changes us. And just as the story of Jesus changed Paul, and he decided, you know what, he's going to tell everyone, we're going to have a face on every single domino. The first face or the first person is going to tell the next person and the next person and so on and so forth. And so you're going to have a fun activity knocking down all the dominoes, which means more people know about Jesus because we're spreading the word. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into this pre-huddle message for K-Town. We hope that you have an amazing weekend. We'll see you soon.